Hello children. In this video lecture, I will brief you about speech writing. Speech writing is an effective way of communication, a message to a large audience. It is one of the ways of spreading awareness regarding social issues or information about other important issues. It conveys information forcefully and convincingly and to convert the listeners to the speaker's point of view. At the same time, care should be taken by the speaker not to deviate from the main subject. Speaker must keep in mind that it is a speech and one needs to begin the draft with addressing the audience and conclusion should be with a sentence thanking the audience. Speech writing is a way of communication, children, with mass, with so many people. You are going to share your views through your speech writing. So it is compulsory that we need to start speech writing with addressing and ending with thanks. In this slide, I have given important key points. Remember, who you are writing the speech for means as what person you are writing. Maybe it's that kind of question sometimes will come uh, for practice or for any purposes, that as you are head boy, as you are head girl, as you are a teacher of the school, as you are principal, who are you, as you are a chief guest of the some ceremony. So you have to remember in your mind while writing that speech who you are, okay, and who your audience is. Means if you are a chief guest in school sports day as a past student, so you are a chief guest, you are a reputed person, you are a ex student of that school and student of your school is going to listen you, so your language should be in that way. If you are a head boy, if you are a head girl and you are addressing in assembly, so your language should be that way. You have to remember who you are and who your audience is. Next is what your speech is going to be about. Means you should not deviate from your topic. As you have to speak about importance of environment and then you are talking about other various things which are not related to it, so it is not going to be the proper way of speech writing. Means what your speech is going to be about, your topic, it should be in your mind and you have to compulsory stick to your topic and the main points in order of importance. For what purpose you are writing the speech, that main points you should keep in your mind. And I always told you that do rough work while before writing, jot down that points with pencil somewhere and then you start drafting your speech and include all that points. Children, note that the speech must be written in the appropriate format and style. You have to use very sophisticated language. It is speech. Your personal emotions and so many exaggeration is not required in speech writing. It is important to note that the written speech should be consist of small sentences. If as a speaker you are going to speak long sentences, then no one is going to understand. So it should be consist of small sentences having not more than 10 to 12 words in a sentence. While writing also speech, you have to remember you have to write small sentences. Not required that you are going to write long sentences. Here in this slide, format of speech is given. First, you have to write the heading, the topic as per your question. Then address the audience, respected, good morning, whatever you are going to start. And content in at least 3 paragraphs. You have to divide your content, your topic at least in 3 paragraphs based on the subject you have to do. Then you have to conclude it with a thank you to the audience and the respected ones. First, in first paragraph, while you write first paragraph, you have to write introduction about the topic, whatever the subject is, and then you have to write what are your views and what you are thinking on what is the topic, and last you have to write concluding sentences, or maybe some problem regarding the subject is there, then you have to give it solution, and then what one should do, all that kind of things you have to write in the third paragraph. Here in detail, I have given what components of speech, means what you are going to exactly include in your speech. That three paragraphs, as I told you. First, introduction means it begins with the your first. You are going to greet the, if you are speaking in morning assembly, or greet the principal, teachers, and your fellow friends. So here, greeting the chief guest, principal, teachers, and other listeners, you are going to start with that. It may include a striking statement, short anecdote, or saying, or anything else which will immediately make the audience interested. Means you can start after greeting to the audience and all, you can start with some quote or some shairi or some good thought related to the subject only, so it will give good impression as a speaker to your audience, and they will take keen interest in your listening. Then the topic of the speech will be announced along with the occasion if required. If it is Teachers' Day and you are going to speak about Teachers' Day, then you have to say, you can start greeting, then you can say something about teachers, and then related to topic you need to start. Then elaboration of the topic. It will include a sequence of ideas. As I told you, you have to write in logical sequence all your ideas here to build the summing up and then conclusion. One may include examples, evidences, and data to support the ideas. Then summing up. Summarize the most important points in your speeches, but do not repeat them. Try to include more points in given particular words, but don't repeat the same idea again and again by saying one or the other sentences. Don't do that. Then conclusion, depending on the purpose of your speech, conclude with a call for an action or an appeal, a warning or a request, and an expression of thanks. Here in this slide, I have given strategies for writing an effective speech. First of all, read the question carefully, understand it properly. Then focus on the part of the question title that needs to be addressed. Means what is the topic of the main topic given in the question? You have to write it as a title, and based on that topic, based on that title, you have to draft your whole speech. The introduction should not be very lengthy, means you are not going to write very long introduction and boring kind of introduction. It should be brief, it should be short and appealing. Use a conversational style of writing. You have to write in that way, you are talking with your audience. Don't write in a very boring or any very lengthy or constant. You are going to speak about one topic constantly. Don't make it a boring. You have to converse. Then use polite, grammatically accurate language. Then avoid repetition of ideas, facts, or figures. Whatever the question is given, whatever the topic is there, once you write, just conclude over there. Don't repeat the things again and again. Use convincing examples and language which can give an impact on listener's mind, on reader's mind. Don't give any absurd kind of examples, and don't use any absurd language which one cannot understand. When you conclude, you should restate your viewpoint with conviction. It means what you believe, what you are there to say. You have to repeat that in one sentence. Ki, yes, I do believe in that and please do that. Next, first strategy is a quote or a news headline will help you to introduce or conclude your speech. As I told you, when you write in the beginning some thought, some quote, it will create curiosity in reader's mind, in listener's mind, to read more or to listen more with interest. Same as you can conclude your speech with some quote, with some shairi, with some good lines. Vote of thanks to the audience must be delivered at the end. To give vote of thanks is must. Do not forget it. Now here I have given an example. You have always been proud of being a citizen of the country, which shows love and care for elders. However, now this value is found to be disappearing. Write a speech in 200 to 250 words on difficulties faced by senior citizens. So our topic here is difficulties faced by senior citizens. It is already given in the question. So I have written here difficulties faced by senior citizens. Then I've written introduction like good morning everyone. Today I am standing before you to throw light on the topic difficulties faced by senior citizens. Here I have written today I am standing before you. You can write also good morning everyone. If you are speaking in morning assembly, I head boy off. You can write after I your name. You can speak your name. You can write your name and your designation, and then you can write I am standing here, right? And then you just go through this and write down, children, in your notebook this example, so you will come to know how you have to write. I have briefed you about what are the difficulties senior citizens are facing with their family and how the family is behaving with them. Right? That details I have given here in answer. Just go through the answer slides. I have divided into three parts, three paragraphs, same as I told you. And here you can see I have ended it with caps sentence. Do not treat your parents like burden, especially when they need you. This way you can highlight your ending, and in the end I have written thank you. I have included the points related the behavior of the family and how they are treating the parents, old parents of them or grandparents of them. Okay, just go through it and write down in your notebook. And children, here in this slide I have given practice exercise for you. Three questions are given. Do practice of it. Write based on it, based on your subject, all three speeches. Thank you.